You guys ever see how messy these ball mouses are? Got to clean all this lint out of this thing. Isn't it's a little bit nasty, I'm not gonna lie. So there we go. Considering that all you're doing is spinning your thumb around on a ball, and yet this thing looks like your hand's been everywhere but a kitchen sink with some Dawn soap on it. I'm just saying. Okay. Hopefully that's a little better. Sorry. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get monetization turned on here. Because, we're definitely going to want to monetize anything I say going forward through this live stream. Oh, my word. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a good evening. It is, I have no idea what time it is right now. And we're going to get ready to have a little bit of fun tonight. 10:32 p.m., pretty late, actually. But we're in our mission. Tonight's mission, let me get rid of this keyboard, because that's one too many keyboards for my brain to consider right now. There we go. We are working on a couple different missions, actually. So when we finished off last time, we had this silent hunt, which requires killing 2 coyotes with a bow, and the challenging part is the one place that I found was at night, which with a bow, that's not going to happen. Impossible. I have to figure out like a day thing to hunt coyotes, which really sucks because they're kind of nocturnal. That doesn't help much. The one that we're going to kind of focus a little bit more of our attention on, in part, is this. Each year, Paul and his father walk the circle route. This hiking path stretches around Lake District region, allowing every region to in the reserve to be covered. While in the circle route, Paul and his dad challenge themselves to harvest the Big Five, one of each of the 5 species you can find in the reserve. They've challenged you to do the same to beat their total score. So you got the moose and Heighton Peaks. We already got the Roosevelt elk, thankfully. A coyote. I hate coyotes. I just hate coyotes. That's in Southern Ridge. A bear in Layton Lows, and harvest a blacktail in the Lake District. So, okay, before we get started, though, there's a bunch of other little mini missions. Colton Docklock says some are more aggressive than others. Try using a blind. We need to harvest wildlife down from a ground blind. So basically, whatever we're hunting here, we might be able to get a 2-for-1 deal, basically. Connor says we need to harvest a male Roosevelt elk down with any shotgun. Velez wants 2 different types of coyotes, and I say screw that. Then we got Beatty that says take a picture of a moose with a trophy rating of 147 or greater. That's going to be challenging. Hope wants a blacktail deer downed in 32.81 yards with a 44 mag revolver. Problem is we need money to get a 44 mag revolver, so that's not going to happen. But close to that, we're going to be harvesting an animal down with a 45-70 caliber rifle. And when I show you what rifle we're going to be using to do this, it's actually a handgun, which will make things even more challenging. And then finally, wrapping up here, we need to harvest a male or female white-tailed deer downed with a bow. So that is why when we go and look at our inventory, we got the 45-70 Jernberg Superior handgun. I don't think it can have any sights. If it can, I'd love to see. I really should check before we continue. I may be doing that in a second. We're going to take the 20 SA Serviceman rifle with us. I believe that runs, does it show me what ammo? It doesn't. 20A Serviceman shotgun to try and take out whatever we can. And a Coder CB65 Orpheus bow. And so with all of these 3, hopefully we're going to knock out some of these mini missions. 45-70 hollow point, 45-70 soft point. We got 20 gauge buckshot. GA slug, and then we have a whole bunch of different kind of arrow options for ourselves. That is the game plan. Now, before we begin our mission this evening, I do want to thank my heroes. My legacy historian, Sean Hammond and Tony Allen. By the way, Sean Hammond has an awesome YouTube channel, all his own. Go and check that out and support my friend who has been watching my back for as long as I can remember, truthfully. He has been around and been through every kind of content I've ever made. Deeply, deeply appreciate it. Tony Allen is a board game creator. He's been working on a board game for years and would love for you to support him. He's doing some pretty awesome things as well. So send him some love. You can see a little bit on his board game in our Discord chat, so go and check him out. Our Vanguard historian, Charles Sutherland, also known as Pro Idiot. Love that name. Wish I'd come up with it first. Early access historian, drawing, illustrations, and art. And John Evans. Deeply appreciate these people for supporting this little channel financially. By the way, they don't only support this channel, but also 7 total YouTube channels. No kidding. Legacy Gaming Studio that we're on right now. Legacy Art Studio, if you want to see my oil paintings, caricatures, gouache paintings, and then some. All that's over there. Legacy Tech Studio, if you like camera gear, I love camera gear, and I love sharing my experiences of what it's like to deal with camera gear. Cheaper camera gear, things that might be more affordable for many people. We're doing that on Legacy Tech Studio. Legacy Music Studio, I try to produce music as best I can with my terrible voice and terrible singing capabilities. You can see more at Legacy Music Studio, where I enjoy creating EDM dance tracks and then some when the wild hair seems to arise. The Legacy Cast is my podcast. Would love it if you'd support me over there. We're doing some pretty crazy things over there. The Legacy Cast and Hidden Legacies are a joint function as we create a documentary. That's the goal, and I got a couple people who are helping me do that, which will be amazing. And finally, Legacy Workshop Studio, on the wild opportunity that I have to work in my workshop and build something out of wood, or do watch repairs, or do electrical repair, or whatever. When I have the opportunities, I film or live stream those as well over there at Legacy Workshop Studio. It has a whole 2 subscribers, so if you want to make it look like I actually have people who care about me, then go get subscribed over there. That sounds really awkward. We're just going to move on from that, shall we? Okay. It has been a lovely evening this evening with my wife. I'm in a good spirit and ready to rock and roll as we get into our The Hunter Call of the Wild game. So let's go ahead and take a look at our map here. Scroll out here. You can see that we're in the Layton district, the Layton map. And we're going to have to decide which mission to go for. I think we're going to start on the circle route. And then our goal is to, as we hunt these different creatures, try to focus our attention on using a couple key elements. A bow, a 45-70 pistol, and then also a shotgun. So when we're dealing with an elk, we need to do a shotgun. Outside of that, kind of everything's kind of open. We have plenty of money to work with here for the most part, so we'll have plenty of ammo that we can pick up to make this happen. We should be, for the most part, good to go. Looks like we got some whitetail jackrabbit over here, which is going to be a non-issue for us because we're not eating any of that. Now, one thing that we do need, which I'm not going to worry about at this moment, we have our portable structures, which would be the tent. So we'll have that tent to set up, but we do need to find a ground blind for one of these key focuses, which would be this one. So let's see, we need to travel to Hope's Camp in Balmont and harvest wildlife from a ground blind. Now, considering that we're trying to find our limitations, I honestly think this one's going to be a good choice. So we're going to go ahead and leave that one activated. Check our map. And we're going to head towards Hope's Camp here. Now, there's nothing surrounding it, so I'm going to place a waypoint since we can't exactly fast travel there. And I'm going to look for the closest. Hey, look at this. I got a tent over here. So let's go ahead and fast travel to my tent. These tents are amazing, by the way. If you haven't gotten tents yet in your experience on the Hunter Call of the Wild, tents save you time, money, if you sleep. And then also at the same point in time, you can shop from your tent, which is really lovely, which means if you need to buy more arrows, parts, things like that, you can do it from there. Now, I would prefer to hunt during the day. Let's go ahead and check our mission log and see if there's anything that needs to be done at night. I don't think there really is. So in saying that, we're going to go ahead and sleep through the night while we're here and begin our mission in the morning tomorrow. That was not the button I meant to hit. My theory at this point is I've been hunting too much at night. So let's go ahead with like 6:30 in the morning. Still going to cost us $375. It's still cheaper than if we were to do it from another source. I did hear a bear just now, as far as I could tell, but we're going to go ahead and move on. Let me go ahead and crank up my speakers here. Make sure that my speaker in my overall studio is turned down. And now we're going to be ready to do this night hunt. Now, we need to go into Hope's Camp. So let's go ahead and... We already got our waypoint set. Which way is it going to take us? I love this view. I know exactly where we are. I absolutely love this view. Now, before we continue, this 4570 I'm going to try to hunt with, we got iron sights on here. And it's very, very clear to see that I doubt we're going to be able to mount anything to it. But my curiosity is peaking, so let's go ahead and take a look at this gun. 4570. And we're going to look at the compatible items. We're iron sighting this, and it's going to suck. Okay. How much ammo do we have at this point? 9 shots. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit extra just to play it safe. 30 shots. Never mind. We got plenty. So maybe I'm using a different ammo right now. Let me go check my ammos. Oh, yeah. We got 5 shots in this one, 30 shots in this one. Not sure why... Well, 10 shots in this one. Not sure why we claim to have 30. I'm going to go ahead and roll with this, though. I think it's going to get us by. So let's figure out where we're supposed to go. Looks like this way. This is going to be quite interesting, trying to hunt with this thing. But our limitations, hopefully, will be minimized. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Sorry to leave that up for you guys. We'll get the show on the road. Really quickly, before we get going here, let me turn our top chat mode into live chat so I can get your comments as you comment in on our live stream. Not what I hit a button. I hit a button. It's an accident. Okay. Just making sure everyone's on the same page here. You know, just making sure the gun works. You know, making sure the gun works. Super important. So white-tailed deer, technically, we can hunt that, right? Now, we're not in... Okay, so here's the problem. We can hunt that, that's fine, but we need to be in Hope's Camp for this to work. And also, is there anything in particular that we need to hunt? Wildlife. So as long as we are in the area, which means we do need to have a bit of travel, so I'm going to try not to allow this to inspire me to shoot something early, because killing something at this point in time will do 2 things. One, it will weight the area and make animals, run away from the area that we're trying to hunt. And second, won't meet the actual goal that we have. And I would rather just get right to that goal because I'm ADHD and I'd just rather get to the action. So that's what's going to happen here. So let's jump right into this. By the way, if you are watching this and you've never seen me before, I'm someone you should know. I'm humble. I'm carefree. I'm self-employed. I'm a videographer. I'm a caricature artist. And I dream of many, many things that I may never achieve, but that doesn't matter. Fact of the matter is I'm going for it no matter what happens. And I would love for you to be part of that experience. Listen, I have 7 different YouTube channels for a reason. Being that crazy, having that many different hobbies and passions that I can't maintain. Good Lord, this guy is like farting his brains out here. I know you're over there. Okay. dude, still going to come your way. And if you don't move your butt, I'm going to shoot you. In any case, my friends, there's a lot of professionals out there, a lot of people who will tell you that you need to focus on one key passion. And that should be your goal. You should maintain this and shoot to this one key passion, one key goal. Here's my problem. I love life. I love life. I love ADHD life. And ADHD life means I am constantly learning, constantly improving, and constantly looking for ways to just enjoy. Goodness, man. You know, if you're not that happy about me being here, then go away, because I will shoot you. That sounds wrong, but that might happen here if he doesn't move. Or she, since I don't know what... Sorry, don't mean to be sexist about this, but yeah, you will die. We won't be sexist about that. You are an animal. You do have meat. And every vegetarian and vegan will have an opinion of me right now. It's a good thing no one watches these live streams. In any case, God has blessed me with the desire to learn and learn how to do as much as humanly possible. Every time I see someone else doing a passion that they love, I'm inspired to try it myself. I've watched a bunch of YouTube channels where their entire time is learning another technique, learning another passion. And I love all of that. And have not achieved that in my own content creation, but in the same breath, I have created that because with all these different channels that you can see, each one covers a different area of my life that I love. Legacy Gaming Studio started because I enjoyed reviewing tech and I started playing video games in VR. And a couple of my dear friends who've been on this channel forever now made a strong suggestion that I should try a couple different games, and that led to Legacy Gaming Studio. I'm a caricature artist. I've been doing it for years. Worked out at a couple big theme parks in Orlando. Not allowed to use that in my advertising, so that's why we say it that way. Long story short, I'm a full-time caricature artist. When I get hired for events, I go draw caricatures. I get to travel around Montana. I travel hours out of my way to do special events. Frankly, people pay more for me to be there than they pay more for me hourly for things. So it's really, really amazing to be a part of that experience and have people hire me to come out and draw caricatures. It's a lot of fun, and I cover a lot of that in Legacy Art Studio. I'm also an oil painter, a watercolorist. I've been messing around with gouache recently. Gouache. It's a very odd medium. It's basically a opaque watercolor with very weird effects. It's really fun to play with. And yeah, it doesn't quite meet the need when it comes to oil painting, but it's great for sketching purposes. And I'm working on a documentary right now where I'll be the filmmaker, and I have a couple friends helping me out with doing some of this stuff, and it's a big deal. It's a big, big deal. And that's going to be the Hidden Legacies YouTube channel, which right now has 0 subscribers. Go and be the first, because when we start making content, it's going to be quite a race to the finish line. It's going to be quite an experience. All right, looks like we're in Hope's camp, so now it's time to see what we can do with this 4570 and see what we get here. Is it going to be interesting? Legacy Music Studio. I love producing music. There's something around us. I'm assuming it's probably a bunny, but I hear it, so we're going to go get it. The Legacy Cast is my podcast where I interview many different artists and creatives, and I share their passions. It's a channel that I really love, and we're using to help with the Hidden Legacies documentary. Very excited about that. And then, of course, Legacy Workshop Studio, where I do a lot of woodworking. I am sitting at a beautiful desk right now that's covered in resin. Never ever thought I could pull something like this off. Oh. It's probably not the best way to shoot this guy. I feel like that's kind of a bad way to end an animal's life, right in the rumpus. But this is basically going to happen. I don't think I can really move any direction except to shoot him in the rump. Sorry, buddy. I would feel just as bad, trust me. Nothing hit me, come on. And that is definitely not where that blood stain should be. I'm gonna focus on the one that I shot square in the butt. Let's go get this one. In any case, folks, just thank you for being a part of my little world. I've created content for forever. I love being on YouTube. I make the worst content on YouTube easily, but I'm also the biggest fan. I just have so much fun on here. I really want to see where this kill shot is. Definitely did not hit a vital organ. Oh my word, could that be more exact? Oh man. Oh man. I almost want to taxidermize it, but I'm not going to do it. I just think it's so funny. Oh yeah, but we're not doing that. We're gonna go. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, did I get any rewards for this lovely mission that I... Oh, I gotta do it from ground blind. Okay. Oh my word. See, now here's the thing. Harvest an animal down with a 45-70 caliber rifle. I just did that. Oh, but if I gotta do it from Roanoke, Rowanatchee Heights. Okay. So we're gonna have to travel back to Rowanatchee Heights to do this. That's such a shame. I really thought we had something there, but we don't. So we'll have to make our rounds back here in a second. I was really hoping we'd kill a couple birds with one stone, but we did kill a deer directly in a place where the sun don't shine, so I don't know. That seems kind of reasonable to me. So let's go ahead and focus about this ground blind stuff, which means we can kind of use anything we want. Now, technically, would this be considered a ground blind? Or do I need to have a ground blind? I mean, I can easily get one. We can get a tent and do that, and that'll be just fine. But I would have loved if that had worked out. And the only thing I have is my shotgun, which would be fun in itself, but admittedly, shooting any animal and any... I hate coyotes. Are any of these missions... I need to be in Balmont to get this coyote. Where am I right now? Am I in Balmont? I'm in Balmont. So technically this coyote would be perfect. And what do I got to shoot it with? A bow? Do I have my bow? I do have my bow. So let's go ahead and activate the bow. I do think I need to change my ammo for the bow, though. So let's go ahead and right-click here. Right now we're using the 420 grain. What's my other option? Small game. Perfect. So let's go see if we can figure this guy out. Now the wind is kind of in our favor. So let's see if we can figure out where this fella goes. That looks like a rabbit. That's not what I'm looking for. But yeah, if we can do this, this would be great. Because I hate coyotes. And frankly, if we heard that, that means the coyote has already spotted us. But it would be really nice just to get that out of the way, because that is the mission I detest the most. So if we can just take care of this now, that'd make me rather overjoyed. Does it count if you cut yourself off? Okay. So the wind is definitely not in our favor. It's at our back, which means coyote can smell us, hands down. And I always have a terrible moment with this. Good news is Balmont is huge. So if we can find this guy, then we might be at luck. Let me back up here and trigger this. I don't know why it's telling me to go this way for the coyote when the coyote obviously was that direction. So I'm going to continue down this way just a tiny bit more. See if I can find fresh tracks for the coyote. That's a deer. That's also a deer. What's over here? My theory is if I go and I follow those other tracks, it's just going to lead me around and lead me back this direction. So I'd much rather find the tracks I need versus the tracks that it's telling me to go and do. Now this is interesting. This is some dookie. Oh, it's white-tailed jackrabbit. That's not what I need. So let me go this way. It's probably also white-tailed jackrabbit, but we'll see. No, that's what we're looking for. Here we go. Coyote, female, going this way. And I'm okay with that for right now. So as long as she doesn't take us out of Balmont, we actually have an opportunity here. Now, this is not the right direction, in my opinion, but you go this way. Let's select our viewfinder, and let's see just if there's anything interesting over this direction. I don't see anything. I know you don't see anything because I'd probably see it first because I'm amazing like that. So let's just go ahead and keep going. Don't like that that goes that way. That doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like that's a waste of my time to follow this, but guess what I'm going to do? Okay. I do feel this is a waste of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and go here. Now we're going back to this way. I see this over here. I am afraid to run this little... What? All right, I'm not happy about this. Let me check my map here. That's telling me I'm an idiot, so I'm going to keep going this way for now. And see if there's any additional tracks. Like this, for instance. Says it's fresh. This makes more sense than the other junk I was just doing. So we're going to go ahead and continue this way. We must hunt this little kiddo with a bow. Hardest part is just getting close enough to them to count. And in my opinion, I'm already making too much noise as it is. Let's go over here. See right there. Fleeing. That's what sucks. Is I don't know how far away this kiddo is, but it's enough to be obnoxious, and we have a very limited range to work with. It's going to be very, very hard to hit a coyote from this distance. I would love to just spot it, but this is all it takes to scare it away. Even with the wind slightly in our favor at a 90-degree angle to us, it's still going to mess with us. But you would hope that if I look this way, that we would find something. There's nothing. Nothing new. So all I can do is sneak along and hope for the best. Hope to spot him. By the way, if you hear me call a coyote a little midget, please know that it's not meant in a derogatory term. I lovingly call my corgi my little fidget midget. So it's a very endearing term that I call my dogs. I call my dogs fidget midgets. Literally was right there. How? I wouldn't have spotted that. Which means now I got to go and figure this out. So let me chase after him here. Whoa! 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 Hold still! I won't kill you. That seemed unrealistic. Okay, did I find, like, an accidental need zone here? Sure looks like it. I know, it doesn't make sense for me to go this way. I'm just confused, so I'm rolling with this for a minute. Wind's at my face, so that's really good. Gives me a tiny bit more of a chance. Now they are in trotting mode. Slightly focused. Not that focused, but slightly focused. I was going to follow the footprints, but obviously this away seems to be reasonable. You know what? We're going all the way down. Checking my map to see if I'm going to run out of Belmont in any way. That doesn't look like it, so it looks like we're okay. The hunt continues. I see the footprints over there. I don't want to go that way. Because, I mean, I officially heard it that direction. So I'm really torn because I feel like this system in the Hunter Call of the Wild isn't perfect. So while I hear the animal is this way and I can go that direction, the footprints seem to go a different directions, and I really can't tell you which one I've had more success with. I would think over my years of doing this, I've been playing this game since 2018. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've been playing this game for like 7 years, which is just mind-blowing. I think most of my success has come from auditory following versus visual. So that would make more sense to follow the direction of the sound than to follow the tracks. Because frankly, the tracks have always just left me into left field. So I'm kind of at that point. I'm going to speed up my crawl a little bit. Because knowing me, I'll come up on this poop here and it'll say, hey, Dookie is very old. Let's see what it says. Fresh. Okay. So let's just walk right over that. By the way, just the other day, yesterday, I think it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before. I went outside and I found the snow in our backyard to be perfect for the first time in 8 years. Perfect density to make a snowman. So I made a snowman in the backyard. And as I crawled through the backyard, rolling that snowball, and I made a 6-foot tall snowman easily. It was a lot of fun. I actually had a good time. I managed to stomp around in my dog's dookie several times. My knee in my snow pants was covered in dog dookie. Well, it's lovely that you can just scoop up some snow, rub it on the dog dookie, and get out of it. Yeah, it worked quite well. But in saying that, I know how to follow dog dookie around because I follow my dogs. My Great Dane, who poops the size of a human, and my Corgi, who poops the size of a bunny. And yeah, I know my way around some dog dookie. I'm just saying that. And that does deserve a like. So if you'd hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. And cheers. Good luck. Talking about dog dookie is not the cleanest thing, but I could do much worse on this channel. So still keeping it clean here in that PG level. like I said, this channel is made for most ages. And I didn't say that in this live stream, but I have said a lot in my lifetime here on this YouTube, as we've been doing this now for 15-ish years. Been at this a long time, my friends. And though YouTube will probably never recognize us as OG YouTubers, I've been here a long time. And my friends have been here a long time. And the people who support me have been here a long time. That means a lot. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being OGs with me. We are OGs. We are the silent majority of people who have done our best here on YouTube over the years and have not succeeded in YouTube's terms. But we made some good friendships, and I love you guys. Thank you. More Dog Dookie! Old. Old? Old? Now I'm offended. Okay. If it's old, then I can stand up and actually like walk normally here. So let's go ahead and make our way forward here. If I hear a dog barking, I'm going to be really ticked. Trot. My gut tells me I should kneel again and get ready to crawl around again. Still trotting, so let's go forward a little bit more. Oh, man. Oh, man. Even though it says old, let's go ahead and just run up here. See if I can catch up to this little punk. I just want to see him. If I can see him, I'll be much better off. Ugh. Whoa, wait, what? Let me get my goggles up here. Looking for coyotes. Well, the good news is they're not going to go much further than the water here, so hopefully we're about ready to block them in. Unless this game just does some lucky trick and despawns them. Knowing my luck, that's very likely a possibility. Yeah, we can get ducks. Ducks aren't what I'm looking for. These pups would have to go one direction or the other. You'd literally think that this would be part of the technique of blocking them in, which means they can only go so many different directions. I feel like this direction feels right, which was weird, because I did feel for a second that the other direction was probably more likely, but since I'm not seeing any tracks at all, I'm beginning to have a stronger feeling about that. Oh, what's the need zone? Whitetail. Let's go the other direction. I'm gonna lock this so I don't get carpal tunnel. Get those knuckles cracked up. Because when I do find these little guys, it's going down. Hello. Yes, I'm totally going towards the bear. What kind of footprints do we got here? Coyote. What do we got here? More coyote. More coyote. This is good. So let's see where these coyotes went. This way seems promising. Let's see where we're going. Okay. Okay. Is this coyote dookie? Sure looks like it. Very fresh. Very, very fresh. Wind is at my back, which is good. Still no visual. So let's go ahead and start playing it safe here. I hate coyotes so much. And having to hunt them with the bow, that really blows. Knowing me, I'm going to fail this one miserably, but we're going to try. It's really going to stink if they end up getting outside of our hunting spot. Let me change a setting in my computer here really quick. I'm going to stop the recording of this video because I'm not going to do anything with it. I know that about myself. I'm just going to stream it, not doing any extra editing to it because I don't have the time as much as I would love to. That's the nature of this beast, so may as well not waste memory. You're like, well, that's boring. You're never going to get noticed that way. No, I'm not. I know that already. Okay. So I know it's fleeing, but I have no proof of where it's fleeing from or to. I just know it's fleeing, which doesn't help me one iota. What kind of word is an iota? Not to mention, these footprints aren't doing anything for me except giving me the hiccups. Just now, huh? I can't sneak up to these guys fast enough. So, even with the wind at my back... Alright, so we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to crawl. Literally going to crawl. And I am having a hard time with my mouse right now. There we go. Literally going to crawl to try and get him. Here's what I've found in the past. When you crawl to track an animal, especially a coyote, it takes you so long to get to that coyote. That coyote is constantly on the move. That when you think you've gotten there, then you find some dookie and it tells you it's old, which means the coyote has gotten so much further away than you'd want him to get, which means you're not going to catch up to him. But if you don't crawl, you're basically hoping to catch up to him at a need zone. That's kind of the only thing you can do here. And the end result is a lot of impatience that just leads to failure. And I am so there right now. So literally, if he pooped just here, just now, technically I should be able to see him, right? So let's go ahead and go into crawl mode here. We found that dookie. We're looking for our next bit of dookie. I mean, we've followed this guy across the river through the woods and onto grandmother's house. We're kind of on the warpath here with very little success. And as I look around here, I don't see anything that represents its next steps. And I'm also in a ravine here. So as much as I would love to do this, let's go to here and trade up to this. I kind of doubt that's going to help us because we won't have any kind of a visual until we get to a high point. So I will try to get under trees and start guarding myself, but My assumption is when I actually get to a point where I'm supposed to expect him, I'm probably going to find some dookie to say that he ran away or just not find any results, and I'm going to be sitting here doing nothing, which is so much fun, exactly why I play video games. So that's my guess at this point. My theory at this point is to get up to this tree over here and then take a look at the lay of the land and see if we have any kind of information on what's going on. Never mind. Here are some footprints. And once again, my problem is I have to down 2 of these guys. With a bow. With a bow. With a bow. I have an opinion about bows. It's not good. Definitely shotgun, rifle, 30-06, 308, 322. 322, is that what it's called? I don't think it's called 322. Big bullets, much better. Arrow with a bow, not as good. Quiet, but not as good. Okay. If you enjoy this live stream, would you do me the incredible honor of hitting that like button? It would mean a lot. If you do not, then I'll know you hate me. Just saying. Putting that out there in the world. Okay, I see some more dookie. Not what I'm looking for. Let's keep crawling forward to the next dookie that will say just now or old. It'd be fun if I wasn't hunting a coyote versus deer. Wind is still at my back, so technically everything about what I'm doing here is in my favor. And I have a lovely bow and arrow that does have a distance radar on it, so I'll know where to aim if I do happen to find this guy. One of 2. If I even shoot it in the first place. The word is if. Now, I'm assuming we're going to come up to this dookie. Old. Old dookie. That's what it says. It says old. That means this little fella has gotten the run on me, has gone way far away. But if I get up and I start going that direction, old turns into, I was just here. And it spoils everything. And that makes me unhappy. Because I'm doing my best to keep up with him, but he's running ahead of me, and I have no way to know. Collars of any sort have never worked for me, just putting that out there. I am really grasping at straws at this point, but we're going for it. This is how boring it gets on YouTube. Live stream. Most popular live stream on YouTube. Easily. Except for these moments. No, probably these moments too. Because I'm amazing, so why wouldn't you be here? Remember, humble YouTuber. That's how it goes. The humility here is real. So real. Here's my ugly take. When I can get on YouTube, Facebook, anything of that nature, and I can watch a bunch of videos, and then get a text from my wife, who watches a completely different bunch of videos, but the text from my wife is a video I just watched, that tells me how this world works. There is specifically curated content, and mine is not part of that content. I know what's going on. And it's a shame, because I would love to be one of the people who gets noticed for the hard work that they do. But no, if that's not the curated content, I feel like I heard something. Here we go. I'm holding down E while I'm doing this because apparently if there's anything out there that I'm not aware of, it will find it as I hold down E. Once again, hunting coyotes. Not a fan, for the record. Not a fan at all. Mean a lot to me if you smack that like button, folks. Come on. Don't be sissies. Smack the likey. And you're going, why? What's the point? Well, the point is, people, some of us work pretty hard to do this kind of stuff. And if we're not working hard, we're doing this for purposes outside of us. And I am certainly one of those people. I like playing video games. I do. I really do. I don't play video games, though. I have an oil painting kit over here. I got a gouache set upstairs. I really enjoy hanging out with my wife while she reads to me from one of her books. And I'm painting scenes. Video games are not my thing. On rare occasion, I get to enjoy this. But I want to enjoy this with people who are like-minded. You are that person. And so you hitting that like button tells me that I'm doing a good job. And if I'm not doing a good job, then it's time for me to go a different direction. Now, I got to admit, my life is so busy, I don't have many different directions right now. But I look at all this and I go, hey, if there's anyone who understands me right now, it's you. And if there's anyone who would understand that I need some direction to make my content better, it's you. So for Pete's sake, if you enjoy this, smack that like button. If you don't, then stay exactly the way you are, soldier, because we're not going anywhere. Well, we might be. If I don't get attention doing this, man, I'm a millennial. What do you do? If I don't get attention doing this, I'll end up quitting. And it's not my desire in any means, but here's the reality. There's more important things to do in life. And while I love being entertainment for other people, there's no proof that I'm actually entertainment for other people. So your help by leaving that comment means a lot. There's some truly amazing people who are out here ready to leave comments and show that they like my content. That means a lot to me. And I do my very best to create something fun for them. Reality is, though, I can't survive on one fan. That one fan turns into one friend. That doesn't turn into 1,000 people. And that one person, as much as they can make a difference on my life, they can't make the difference I need to take care of my wife, take care of my puppies, take care of everything I want to do to be the person I want to be. You can help me do that. If you don't know me and you appreciate what's going on here, then take a moment and hit the dang like button. There is no effort at all. Smack that like button. And if you need to know who I am, my name is Tim Lee. I'm a caricature artist, an artist, a videographer, a YouTuber. I've been doing this for 15 years, fighting the mold of what YouTube expects of us, not doing the Mr. Beast thing, trying to be human, enjoying sharing my humanity, and will always continue to do so. Because when I decide to go fake, which I have done multiple times, I get viewership and I hate it. Because that viewership isn't real. Those fans aren't real. And it's not meaningful. It's not godly. It's not purposeful. And I don't want that. I want you to appreciate what's going on here. And I want us to be here as a team together. And I want us to make a difference together. And you smacking that like button telling me you like my efforts, that is the ultimate success. So, while I look at our live stream here and I see 0, I see none, I see zilch, that doesn't mean I've failed. So step up. If you like what you see, step up. Because some of us need that guidance through a simple like button to say, hey, keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you. That means a lot. I love you all. Thank you. Truthfully. I'm beginning to hate this game because I hate coyotes. Plenty there. Excuse me. There's plenty of room for now to get these coyotes. Now, if we get to this edge here, then I'm about to lose my edge. That's 600 yards away, so we got to get this guy within 600 yards. Man, I hate coyotes. I swear I had some extra 7-Up here somewhere, but I don't see it. Interesting. There are very few places I could have put that. Interesting. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired, so this live stream might be a little short-lived tonight. I can see myself going to bed early. For me, I usually go to bed around 1 o'clock. And it is 11:30. So frankly, I could see myself hitting the sack a little early tonight. If I don't see anything over this ridge, I think I'm going to wrap up. I just want to stand up and walk over the ledge, but that coyote could just be right around the corner here. So I'm going to slow down my... No, I'm not. We're going to keep up full speed here. I want to scan this, but at the same time, I know I'm already following another track, so we're just going to go with this. If I don't find this punk over the next hill, I'm done. Truth. I'll be done for the night. That is a log. Let's try to go around. There we go. Found it. Come on. Come on. Don't care about you. I saw that coyote. Where'd it go? Here? This looks right. Problem is I don't have a scope. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh. Yeah, if I hit anything over there, it'd be magical. But no, there's definitely nothing over there. He did go this way, though. I did see him. When you're so close and yet so far. Nope, that's going to do it for me tonight, folks. And that's going to do it for me. I love you guys. Keep it crispy, first and 412, and I'll see you next time. This is, yeah, I'm tired tonight. I am not ready to hunt coyotes. I don't like coyotes. I hate coyotes in this game. So, I'm